What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Want to jump in and see how y'all feeling. Uh, was looking at some charts a little bit ago on my phone. So we had a nice little jump today, but it's not really nice. It's just we're kind of bouncing around like the same little range. You know what I mean? I would not be surprised to see, I don't know, tomorrow or the next day at some point. We had a nice little jump up. There's gonna be some gap fills that got to go. You know, we may. So this is the hard thing about this. The way I'm looking at this chart, it could either go. Well, I think it's gonna go. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a drop. I think we're gonna fill the little gaps, and then I think we're gonna have a pop back up. Or we could just have the straight pop back up first and then fill the gaps after, if that makes any sense. But if we have a pop back up, and when I'm saying pop, I'm talking 10, 15 cents, something like that. I think tomorrow, if we could get past $8.45 or $8.50, and hold it for a little bit, then we could see at some point this week probably go up a buck or two. I just get a feeling that they don't want it to go past that two digits. Like, they don't want to get it to $10. So they're keeping us kind of flat right now as they can, for as long as they can. Obviously, I don't think they can do this forever. I just don't know how long they can do it. That's kind of the mystery. But there's potential for those down gap fills where it's almost like at the lower $7 range. So I think we're gonna fill those gaps at some point or another. I just don't know if it'll be early tomorrow or later in the week. If it's early tomorrow, I think later on in the week we'll see that rise, like I talked about the other day, to where we get around 9.50. But I don't think they want to get it past $10. Once you hit that $10 range, I think it gets a little harder. But that's just what the charts say. Now, what can happen in this play and what the charts say are totally different things. It does follow a pattern quite often, but every once in a while we just have like a dump or a jump that's just kind of like, whoa, shit, where did that come from? So I anticipate some sort of a jump coming soon. Now, what I think is going to happen personally, and I don't have dates or anything like that, I think we're at some point or another we're going to jump up to that $9.50 range. Maybe even and skim around that 10.05. Get everyone hyped. The hype train will come. Everyone's, oh, Moass is coming, blah, 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 and then they'll dump us back down. That's personally what I think is going to happen. We're going to have a nice little run, and probably by next week they'll dump it down to like lower lows, like 7, 6, something like that. So I'm just along for the ride. You know what I mean? The only reason I'm really looking at the charts is to see when I think I'm going to buy more shares. I kind of commonly just buy a share or two randomly, but I've got a little dry powder. I wanted to maybe grab like 50 shares. For me, that's a lot. So, but I want to wait till it's at that lower 7, or even 7.25 range. But I think all I'm saying is if we hit at some point tomorrow, if we pass 8.45, I think we're going to see a jump for a few days, couple days, day or two. Just, you never know how long they let it ride that high. But then I think we'll get some hopium. YouTubers are going to come in saying this is it, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll dump us again. I don't think we're going to see a Moass or a squeeze, in my personal opinion, for some time. I don't think we're very close. I think we're close in the grand scheme of things. But as far as like weeks, I don't think we're weeks out. I would probably venture to say even a year out before this thing really has. They're a little too relaxed. They're still able to push it up and down without, like, it seems like, without any worry or concern. I think they got some shares back when people dumped. They sold their shares, and the institutions or whoever's helping them. I do think they got some back that they're just toying around, playing, and they're thinking they can do it again, which they may be able to, but I think people like me and people with more money than me and new investors, new baby apes are coming in or buying. I think it's just going to fill it right back up to where their cup's flowing over again. I think once it gets to the point where it starts flowing over again, and whoever's in the background scenes with these guys, the big corporate billionaires, they're going to say, look, man, we can't do this again. We're not going to do this again. And I think that's when it happens. I think they're giving them another shot, giving them a chance because they're friends. They help each other out. And they're probably saying, look, man, let's shake these people off. You did a pretty good job shaking some off on the reverse split. And they're probably hoping to do it again, which I don't think is going to happen, because I think at this point, the paper hands have sold. I think there might be a few paper hands that are just waiting to kind of break even. But you got a lot of people that are just really don't care to see 20, 40, 50, $60,000 profits. They're looking for the big numbers. And I think that's the most of the retail apes that are going to be hanging on. So that's just my personal thoughts, my personal opinion. Call it a conspiracy theory. I have no factual evidence. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just telling you what I think, which could very well be wrong. But that's just my opinion. And I feel like if we're still a year out, it gives me another year to get back up to where I was before the reverse split. And yes, I did not like getting my shares taken, but I knew it was necessary. So we're not going to argue about that no more. All I'm saying is that gives AMC more strength to stay in business. And I think they're going to just keep getting stronger and stronger. I think we're going to keep buying and buying. And I think that's just going to create a Moass. That's it. Have a good one, man. Peace.